Welcome to another episode of the Straight Up Chicago Investor Tuesday Tip. I'm 𝗤𝘃𝗀𝗃. With me as always is 𝗏𝘃𝗶𝗵𝘁. And with us again is Blake Mccreight, all the way back from episode 10. Blake, it's been a while. We're pumped to have you back here.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Mark. I'm super excited to be back on. It's been way too long, guys. And you guys have been on an awesome run the last, is it a year now, year and a half?
This is our baby. We've been cooking here.
Yeah, it's awesome. Super pumped for you guys.
Great. Well, Blake, we're pumped to have you back. For those who don't know, I've bought multiple properties off of Blake over the last 2-3 years. Just been a tremendous asset to our team. So in today's tip, we want to ask the question, real elementary, what is a wholesaler and why is a good wholesaler so valuable to your business?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what a wholesaler can do, it's very much like the MLS. There's a lot of marketing channels out there. You got the MLS, which everyone knows, or auctions. And I think like the value or what is a wholesaler? It's somebody that's out there finding off-market properties and understanding bringing the investors in the area an off-market property that meets their criteria. But there's a lot that they do. I mean, they're out there in the streets. They're either running paid advertisements to get people, direct mail. They're doing cold calling, texting, door knocking. There are a lot of different marketing channels that they do to actually bring, distressed sellers or sellers that want like distressed properties and sell quickly. So it's another channel for investors to find properties that fit their needs. And I think, I just want to point out, I think there's a great value. A lot of times it gets presented as a way as a wholesalers are entry level. It can be an entry level way to get into real estate to make money, but there's also a lot of costs that go into it as well from a wholesaling standpoint. That companies out there that actually spend a lot of marketing money consistently every month to bring quality properties to you.
I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions, and flipping gets thrown in there too. Like, oh, I'm just going to do some flips and some wholesales, then I'll buy some rentals. And it's like, no, these are both very capital intensive endeavors you're taking on here, right? Like Blake, I don't know if you want to share like numbers, but would love to hear the marketing budget or some portion of it, because I think it would like awe a lot of our listeners.
Yeah, I think, really, I mean, now I'm no longer just one a month, right? So we spend, I just looked at the numbers a little bit ago. I mean, we've spent $26,000 a month in marketing. Full transparency, we're at 90, my overhead's 98,000 a month. And, we also do rehab. We do rehabs and rentals in that too, but that's, to run our business, it's just under $100,000 right now, a month in total spend. So that's to pay staff, so there is a real business to wholesaling, and that's how I treat it. I mean, we're really, as a wholesaling company, we're a sales and marketing company that invests in real estate versus, you as an investor or someone that's listening to it that wants flips or rentals, you're looking at, that's your business. You're in the investment business, and really as a wholesaler, we're in the sales and marketing business. So there's, it's a whole different model, whole different animal. And it really comes down to what you enjoy doing.
Yeah. So there's a handful of guys like you in the Chicago market that are spending that type of money, only a handful. And I always tell people, they're like, yeah, I want to get into wholesaling. I'm like, I ask them their budget. That's always my first question. I'm like, yeah, I think I got like 1,000. I might be able to save up 1,500. I'm like, all right, that's what you need for today. What do you got for the rest of the week? Like the mentality of that. And I always encourage people then is to find somebody to go work for like yourself and versus trying to do it on their own and kind of create a win-win. You could get some cheaper labor. You could teach somebody and have a win there. And then they could learn from someone that's an expert in doing it, or see if they ever want it, or if it's just a means to an end, that's their path they could take.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think marketing, it takes 6 months, right? I mean, if you can't commit to 4 to 6 months on a marketing channel, you really, just to do it for 1 month, it just doesn't work. You can't, the leads might not be ready that first month. I mean, there's a whole lead nurturing. You're in sales. So it takes, anybody that's been in sales knows that you just don't call somebody, or somebody just doesn't call you today and they're ready to sell their house. It takes time to walk that person through a process. So that's really like, from a business aspect, I mean, it's, and I just look at it like, Tom, you're into, you like buying rental property, right? Or Mark, you manage, one of the largest property management companies probably in the Chicagoland area. And it's a business for you guys. And it's the same way that I look at it, from a wholesaling aspect.
Yeah. Blake, what are some big differentiators? Because there are admittedly a ton of bad wholesalers out there, right? We've all had that experience where you go in there and it's like, oh, this guy, then by the seller has no idea what's going on. It's not transparent. Like there's a reason they have a bad name in the industry. So talk a little about what differentiates you. What are some things to look out for if I'm an investor and a wholesaler brings me a deal? What are some things I should be aware of to know all right, this seems legit as opposed to some of the other avenues that unfortunately do exist?
Yeah, I think starts with having an honest conversation with that wholesaler. I mean, ask them do you have a contract directly signed with the seller? Are you when do you need to close it by? How long is your inspection period? How much time do you have? And, just to present yourself in a way to make sure that they're, to kind of hear that if they're working through another investor trying to JV it, sometimes, I mean, that can be a red flag. And there's nothing wrong with JVing a joint venture if you do it the right way, but you just want to know that it's their actual seller and that they can actually perform on the contract. Have they pulled a title search yet? I mean, do you know if there's any issues on title? And so that way you can start to understand, do they actually know, or, hey, I haven't even pulled title yet. Okay, well, there's not only, there's a handful of problems that could come up. I mean, there could be back taxes, there could be mortgages, they could owe more than the contract. So, it's asking the wholesaler those questions. And just even not even about this particular deal, hey, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been in the business? What, how many deals have you done? What are some of your biggest challenges as a wholesaler? Just to kind of understand, hey, they really understand what's going on and that they're actually in the game.
Yeah. Love it. When you're going out there and you're looking at deals, I think a lot of investors say well, I can go do the same thing, right? Just give us the quick rundown answer of what separates you from, Johnny investor who's saying, you know what, I'm not going to pay that assignment fee. I'm going to go find the same thing.
Yeah, I would say, hey, by all means, let me show you how to do it. Let's, if you want to set up the marketing channels, whether you want to go do, you want to do driving for dollars and put in 1,000 houses a week on the driving for dollars to then turn around and cold call, scrub the list, cold call them, do the direct mail to get a hold of that person, or do you want to put together a pay-per-click, a PPC campaign and spend, $5,000-$6,000 a month? I mean, on pay-per-click, I mean, it's committing to that channel. And is that something that you want to focus on from a business aspect? Because you can certainly we can all go do it ourselves, right? It's just that, are you excited to talk to, are you excited to talk to 15 to 25 sellers to maybe get one deal? I think those are, by all means, I mean, you could go do it, or you could get yourself on a network of wholesalers lists and understand that not every deal that they send you is not going to be a deal that matches your criteria. I mean, that is one of the challenges as a wholesaler. I mean, we get leads all over in every neighborhood, right? And I wish, the way I look at it is if you're on, can each wholesaler bring you one deal a year? And if that there's hundreds of wholesalers, right? So if you could work with the top 10 or 25 wholesalers, I mean, could you get one deal from them a year? And that's an additional 25 deals that maybe you wouldn't get.
Great stuff. All right, Blake, yeah. Great info. Nice and easy here. Mark, anything else to add?
I got nothing. Let's wrap.
All right. So our Chicago fact, we're going to stretch an Illinois/fact. So Blake, I know you're a Quad City guy. So we got multiple choice here. We'll give Mark first shot at it. So according to the internet, which has never let us down yet, no one has called me out on it yet, Dairy Queen began in which city of the Quad Cities? And Mark, I'll give you multiple choice. You might not know all four of them. It's either East Moline, Davenport, Bettendorf, or Rock Island.
Oh. I did know all four, first off. But I'll be taking a guess. I would say Bettendorf.
Blake, what do you want to go with?
Man, being from the Quad Cities, I should know this, but I think it's Rock Island.
East Moline, guys.
Dang it.
Oh, man.
Not
We had a 25% chance and we still got it wrong.
So that we gotta have a listener in the Quad Cities who's just screaming at their car right now, going, "What?
Don't go egg my family's house, please."
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, Blake, thanks for coming back. It's always great to have you on. Always great to hang out with you. Tom, thanks as always. Listeners, it's the new year. Join our Straight Up Chicago Investor podcast Facebook group and go on there for resources, properties. I know Blake and his team are popping up off-market properties on there. I know there's some other people popping off-market properties on there and connect with others. And our whole goal of that group is to share resources. We're all trying to achieve similar goals, and we can all kind of help each other and help each other with each other's resources. So thanks again, Blake. Thanks, Tom, and we'll see you next week.
See you all. And also sign up Express Property Solutions. That's Blake's company.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.